No parent should ever receive the devastating news that a child will never come home again. Their memory deserves more than a moment of silence. It deserves action. I saw a principal secretary literally screaming at our children. That is not the way to do it. Since May, Kenya has watched with growing concern as school after school has experienced unrest, destruction, and fire. Lenana School, State House Girls, Alliance High School, Loreto, Limuru, and even today we are seeing Kakamega High and others, and many others across our country. The signs have been visible for years. Students are raising concerns about living conditions, about food quality, about mental health pressures. I repeat, mental health pressures, inadequate resolution, conflict or grievance resolution mechanisms, an environment where they often feel unheard. Yet, the response has remained largely reactive. This is not a crisis. It is a neglected one. As a nation, we have become too familiar with mourning and too slow in addressing the underlying causes. We gather at school gates after tragedy, strikes, only to leave the same systematic problems unresolved. Leadership requires more than investigations after lives have been lost. It requires prevention and accountability. And it requires the courage to acknowledge failure when failure has occurred. As a presidential candidate, and with the benefit of experience in public service, I commit to 4 immediate actions. Number 1, a mandatory national safety and audit of every boarding school dormitory in Kenya, accompanied by enforceable deadlines and criminal liability for non-compliance. Secondly, a fully funded national school mental health program. These incidents are not only about physical infrastructure, they are also about emotional well-being. Too many children are struggling in silence. Thirdly, a comprehensive review of boarding school standards, including accommodation, nutrition, safety requirements, and student grievance mechanism, resolution of grievances mechanism that ensures every child is heard and treated with dignity. And fourthly, genuine accountability. No symbolic suspensions or transfers, and certainly not public relations exercises, but accountability for every official, every administrator, every contractor and regulator who knowingly neglects student safety. The children of Kenya are not statistics or not indeed talking points. They are our present and our future, and they deserve leadership that treats them accordingly. I want to address you on why this moment. Why this moment? Why this leadership? We have experienced power without principle. We have witnessed charisma without character. And we have lived through promises that were forgotten the morning after the oath was taken. Even the very constitution that some of our leaders have sworn to becomes nothing. We must return this country to constitutionalism. One of the greatest legacies by President Kibaki was Constitution 2010. How do you, for example, explain while the Constitution says public officers are not supposed to campaign, and they have sworn to uphold the Constitution as by law established? Some of these will have to go to jail. Simple. We know the cost of failed leadership. Kenyans feel it every day in higher taxes, in shrinking payslips, rising fuel costs, struggling businesses, importation of Ebola into our country, growing unemployment, mounting public debt, and increasing hopelessness among our young people. as well as the current unrest, of course, in our schools. We are at a crossroads, ladies and gentlemen. Did I not read yesterday that over 60% of Kenyans, 65% of Kenyans are reportedly angry with the current regime? Please notice the difference. Not that they don't support it or support, they are angry. The book of Ecclesiastes, for those of us who believe the Bible, chapter 4, verse 1 says, I quote, "Again I looked and saw all the oppression that was taking place under the sun. I saw the tears of the oppressed, and they have no comforter. Power was on the side of their oppressors. And even they too, when the oppressors had no comforter." End of quote. Does that make sense to you? The oppressor sitting on the oppressed, not even able to know what to do themselves. Komboa Kenya offers a different path. It offers leadership grounded in experience, tested by adversity, and guided by principle. It offers a leader who has served in government and in opposition, who has participated in peace efforts across our region, who has known both victory and disappointment, and who has remained steadfast in his commitment to the people of our great nation. This website reflects our commitment to embracing innovation while remaining grounded in the values that have shaped our journey. But, ladies and gentlemen, it is only but the beginning. Prophet Habakkuk reminds us at chapter 2 and verse 2, I quote, "Write the vision and make it plain." Today, we have done exactly that. We have written down our vision and made it accessible to every Kenyan, wherever they are. Now we invite each one of you to help write the next chapter. Not as spectators, but as builders of the Kenya we all deserve. A Kenya that rewards enterprise, meritocracy, and hard work, not privilege and political patronage. Indeed, not Rutopreneurs. Did you hear me? Not Rutopreneurs. History will one day ask what we did with our country when our country stood at a crossroads. Let it be said that we chose courage over fear, unity over division, and service over self-interest. If we walk this journey together, ladies and gentlemen, united by purpose and driven by hope, that Kenya is within our reach. Let us walk this because it's within. This is within. Even as my wonderful brother, Dr. Reverend Malua, talks of expanding territory, the prayer of Jabez. I would particularly, and I've lived that story, that I may not cause pain. Because we can, through our own conduct, cause a lot of pain. It's not enough to just become a leader. You swear by the Bible and the Quran, and you swear by the Constitution itself, and the next thing is you're causing pain. But I also know that it may not be fiscal boundaries, Reverend Walua. Must be expanding boundaries from this podium to the rest of our country and beyond in our region. I am a believer in East African integration. I'm a believer. That is why I work so hard along with my brother, former President Jakaya Mrisho Kikwete, to make sure the East African Treaty was signed. And today, I'm a little perturbed that under the leadership of William Ruto, the community is almost disintegrating. We will work it out again very quickly, very quickly. Together, we shall komboa Kenya We shall rebuild trust. We shall restore our dignity, including the dignity of the payslip. We shall renew the promise of our republic, and we will leave the next generation a country worthy of their hopes, worthy of their talents and their dreams.
If you're still managing rentals using notebooks and caretakers, see how Joel Karangu Maina switched to a system that runs his 76 units automatically. Every month, caretakers traveled to his office with handwritten records. Balancing the math took hours. Payments never merged and tenants never got receipts. Then Joel switched to Bomahat, Kenya's award-winning property management software. Now payments update automatically, receipts go out via SMS, and every report is just one click away. He now runs all 76 units from his phone. No chaos, no confusion. Join hundreds of landlords doing the same. For more information, please call 0717 512 483 or visit www.bomahat.com. If you're in need of electrical wiring, solar installation, or electrical fittings such as strip lights, snake lights, downlighters, or chandeliers, contact Engineer Wycliffe at 0707 476602 and he'll get your house dapped up. Thank you for choosing David Wafula as your primary news platform. We put countless hours in research, recording, and editing. By showing up each and every day to watch our videos, you encourage us to generate more videos for the viewers. We are on a mission to inform, educate, and build a better tomorrow. To our thousands of followers in a world full of presidents, kings, and queens, you are the real gem. Adios.